Hmm? Hold on. Hello? Run, real guy. Ronaldo, what are you doing? Why are you telling me to run? Wait, Ronaldo, no. Yes, die, real guy. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rail Guy 4449 and welcome back to another video, but this video is different. Instead of like my other videos, like the American Rails episodes and memes, this video is more special. This video is about the anniversary of the very first video and appearance of Renaldo, the CNJ hybrid blue comet, or as people might call him, the Red Comet. Now in this video, I'll be explaining the history, the character development, and the inspiration of Renaldo. So, let's get to it. Oh, before we start this, I would like to thank all of my subscribers for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it, and it's been a year since I've been on YouTube, so I like to thank all of you for the support that you guys given me. My goal is to make it to 1,000 subscribers. I hope you guys can help me to get to 1,000. Anyways, let's get to it. Oh, and one more thing. In one of my community posts where I said that Ronaldo was scared of his siblings and that was his weakness, I forgot to mention he's only scared of 4 of his siblings, which is Brandon J, Lucas, Cindy, and Bella or Beldina. I'm planning to change her name, Beldina. That way you guys won't get confused of Bella Clinchfield 11. But anyways, let's start this. All right, now let's get to the birth of the Red Comet. Now you guys might be wondering, as you saw of like the SCP logo. Well, you guys might be wondering, what does the SCP Foundation have to do with Renaldo? Well, interestingly, before Renaldo became the Red Murderer of all American railroads, Renaldo was actually an SCP. Yup, surprising. Now, I never introduced it SCP Renaldo, but I'm about to in a few seconds or in a few minutes. But all I have to say is that Renaldo was, in fact, an SCP. However, I changed him. Now, during school, I was a huge SCP fan. I was a fan of SCP-096, SCP-173, all the SCPs you can think of. Well, mainly the hostile ones. My favorite, of course, was SCP-682, the hard to destroy the hard to destroy reptile. Now, when I saw all these SCPs, I was wondering. I had a thought, and that thought was if I can make my own SCP. And since I was a fan of Thomas back then, and a fan of SCP and all stuff that's related to the SCP Foundation, I wanted to make my own SCP. He would have a name. His name would be the Red Comet. The Red Comet that you guys all know. Now, interestingly, the Red Comet didn't have a name. And what do I mean by this? He wasn't named Renaldo. Yeah, crazy, huh? Before Renaldo became the Red Murderer, he was just the Red Comet. Now, I had friends in school, and they liked SCP Renaldo. They liked the idea of him looking like a creepy SCP. But as soon as I got older, I grew up and I grew out of SCP Renaldo. I decided that I would completely change it. And I did. I did change it. I changed him for the better, because when I look back at SCP Renaldo, I really regretted making him. But then again, I shouldn't have regretted making him, because if I didn't make him, then Renaldo the Red Comet would have never existed. So I'm glad that I made SCP Renaldo. And I'm glad that you guys got to know of who Renaldo the Red Comet is. Oh, and before we get to the inspiration of Renaldo, I'm going to show you guys of what SCP Renaldo looked like. So here he is. Yup, that's what he looked like. Man, I just regret making SCP Renaldo. I really regret making him, but then again, I should not regret making him, because if I didn't make him, Renaldo the Red Comet would never existed. But anyway, yup, that's what he looks like. But anyway, now that the birth of Renaldo is out of the way, or should I say the Red Comet, let's get to the inspiration of Renaldo the Red Comet. And you guys might be surprised of who inspired me to make Renaldo the Red Comet. It has something to do with Fnaf, otherwise known as Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright, now we've gotten to the inspiration of Renaldo. Now, during 2015, most of you guys know that Fnaf was the most popular horror game in the world at the time, before Bendy the Ink Machine and before Hello Neighbor came out. Now, during 2015, I was a huge Fnaf fan. My favorite Fnaf game was Fnaf 4. Of the creepy style it has. Now, throughout 2015 through 2016, I would watch Fnaf videos back then. I would watch Source Filmmaker Fnaf videos. I would watch Gmod Fnaf videos. I would even watch series. It's like some type of series of Fnaf. Now, most of you guys know that people on the internet like to make series of famous franchises. And yeah, so I basically like to watch series, like fan-made series of Fnaf videos, because of course I was a huge Fnaf fan back then. However, there would be this one certain YouTuber that would really gain my interest into Fnaf. And you guys will be surprised of who this YouTuber is. If some of you guys know who this YouTuber is, good for you. But if you guys don't know who this YouTuber is, well, I'll just let the clip show you.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Huh. I guess this is the place.
Ant, what are you doing here, buddy?
Dude, I'm applying for a job. I mean, I'm looking at my map here. It says Freddy Fazbear's. Is this the place?
Yeah, I mean, you see the pizza behind me?
It looks like pretty delicious pizza. Dude, what are you doing here?
Dude, I just got a job.
What's your position here? Like, what did you get hired for? What?
I'm a freaking...
Yup, what you guys saw there was Five Nights at Freddy's in Minecraft. This was my childhood back then. This is basically... Alright, this was basically a Five Nights at Freddy's fan series created by a YouTuber called CavemanFilms. And currently, he has a million subscribers. And during this time, I assume that he had like when his series was made, when his Five Nights at Freddy's series was made, I assume that he had like thousands of subscribers back then. But when he made his Five Nights at Freddy's series, and yes, that's what it's called, Five Nights at Freddy's, he gained a lot of subscribers because of this series. And so many people were fans of the Five Nights at Freddy's series, including me, because I was a fan of this series as well. But however, I didn't watch the first series of Fnaf 1. Instead, I watched the second series of Fnaf 2, otherwise known as The Factory. Now, Fnaf 2 was the reason of why I subscribed to Caveman Films, and was also the reason why I enjoyed his Five Nights at Freddy's series. Now, every day when I came back from school, I would literally check on Caveman Films' channel, and I would see if he uploaded a new episode of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And he did, and sometimes he did not. Yeah, I think he just uploads other stuff. I mean, I don't know, it's been years. But however, there was one episode of Caveman Films' Five Nights at Freddy's series where I really got inspiration from him. In fact, I'm gonna show you the clip right now. And to tell you guys, this is how I got Renaldo's name. Not from the soccer ball player. If you guys thought I got Ronaldo's name from Renaldo, the soccer ball player, no. I did not get his name from him. Instead, I got Ronaldo's name from this man right here.
Why?
Look.
Those are animatronics in front of us! But how? They're stuffed in their boxes!
Let's talk about that when we're safe. Our best chance right now is to go back to the apartment. The longer we're out here, the more danger we're in. We should be safer here. What?
Oh my god, Renaldo?
So you're behind this?
Why did you kill all those people?
What do you mean, torment? What is he talking about?
I think he's talking about that room that appeared our last night at the pizzeria.
We found the remains of children in that room. Are you saying that was your doing?
You freaking sicko! You'll pay for this!
What you guys just saw there was the complete inspiration of Renaldo, the CNJ Red Comet. Yup, that's where I got his name from. From My Nights at Freddy's Purple Guy, or as people like to call him, Renaldo. Now, interestingly, his name, My Nights at Freddy's Renaldo, he had an O in his name instead of an E like Ronaldo. Now, originally, I spelled Ronaldo's name wrong. Well, Renaldo the Red Comet. I spelled his name wrong because I did not know that Ronaldo was spelled with an O. But I just realized something. Like, when I looked up, okay, so I went to Google Translate, and when I put like the audio, when I put Ronaldo's name with an E, I just realized it's the exact same thing. So whether Ronaldo's name is an O or E, it still sounds the same. But anyway, this is the complete inspiration of Renaldo, the CNJ Red Comet. Now, I have to thank Caveman Films because he is the reason why Renaldo, the Red Comet, exists. And also, another fact that you guys should know, in the clip, I wanted Ronaldo's voice to sound like how he was, or okay, basically, I want him to sound like My Nights at Freddy's Renaldo, but I never figured out how to get my voice or his voice like that. So, yeah, I never figured out how to make my voice sound like that. But anyway, it would not just be his name that inspired me to make Ronaldo. It will also be My Nights at Freddy's Ronaldo's personality. Now, in the other clip that I'm about to show you, Ronaldo, of course, does not have a daughter. And, of course, he's not a parent. So, yeah. Anyways, roll the clip.
You're the one behind all of this, aren't you, Billy? Or should I call you Renaldo? So it really is true. All of this has been fake.
No, I assure you, this has all been very real.
Why are you doing this? Why a fun park? Why me? And why did you kill Ant?
Your soul is not clean.
Wait, his soul?
Your soul was the pure vessel for my dear Amelia, but it's obvious now that it's your soul she seeks.
You're crazy!
I want to warn you would not to see her powers once again. There is the day that goes by that I don't see her. I feel the torment. A truer torment than you or anyone else will ever imagine.
You killed my friend! You don't think I know how it feels?
Silence! You know nothing of what I felt. Capture him!
Yup, that was basically what Ronaldo's personality is going to be like. Or actually, should I say, his personality currently is, well, Colin's personality. This is what Colin's personality is like now. But I have one thing to tell you guys. I can't be the only one who thinks that My Nights at Freddy's Ronaldo's voice is creepy. I can't be the only one. And if I'm not the only one, then I guess thank you, because I literally can't be the only one. You know what, in fact, let's play another clip of My Nights at Freddy's Renaldo laughing. But before we play a clip, yes, Ronaldo's personality was gonna be like My Nights at Freddy's Renaldo's personality. I'm planning to change a few things of Colin or Coulson, but currently his personality will be like My Nights at Freddy's Renaldo. Although it'll be a little bit different. But anyways, time to roll the clip. Oh, and one more thing. Before I roll the clip, just this video is premiering, so can you guys just please be honest and just tell me that I'm not the only one who thinks my Inspiration of Renaldo's voice is creepy? If not, then thanks. But if well, if if you guys think my Inspiration of Renaldo's voice is creepy, then thank you. But if you don't think his voice is creepy, then I guess I'll have to roll this. Then man, I can't speak today. Then I guess I'll have to play this clip right here. Yeah, I know. My Night's Phrase Ronaldo is terrifying. Oh yeah, about Ronaldo, the Red Comet, being scared of his siblings. Okay, this will be the last clip I'll show you guys. Then I'll get to more of inspirations of Ronaldo, the Red Comet. So I'm just gonna play this clip, and this is basically an example of what Ronaldo is like, or Coulson is like, when he sees 4 of his dead siblings.
You guys can help me defeat Renaldo, right? Is that what you guys are here for? You guys here? Yes. Okay, I like this idea. You know what? Let's go do it. Hey, Renaldo! Renaldo! Hey, how's it going? I got some buddies. Yeah. Oh, get him, guys! How does it feel to be the one chased, Renaldo? Ah! I'm gonna cut you off. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, come on. You go over here. Let's scare him. Hey, look what I got! Woohoo! This feels great. Oh my god! Peekaboo! Hey, yeah, you can't. Come on, guys, hurry up! Let's chase him. Let's do it. Come on! Yes, that's right. Hey, Renaldo, we're coming to get ya. How does it feel, Renaldo? This is the end of the line for you!
Yup, that's basically what Ronaldo and Coulson are like when they see 4 of his dead siblings. Alright, now that we got Caveman Films out of the way, another part of Ronaldo's inspiration was Donovan, the Damned at Daylight. He had to do with Ronaldo as well, because before I made my channel and was watching the videos of Donovan, the Damned at Daylight, I really liked the videos of Donovan. So I also have to thank Defender for inspiring me to show everyone of who Ronaldo is. So I'd like to thank Defender. Oh, and also I would like to say that Pacific Productions also had to do with the inspiration of Renaldo. If you've seen Pacific Productions' video of Clinchfield 311, then you can understand of where I got Ronaldo from. If you watch the video, you can understand of where I got it from. But anyway, let's get to more stuff. More things that inspired me to make Ronaldo. So most of you guys know what a creepypasta is. Well, if those of you guys who don't know what a creepypasta is, then Google it, because I do not want to explain what it is. Most of us have seen creepypastas like Slender Man, Smile Dog, Red Mist, all the famous creepypastas that we all know and love. And who can forget about one of the most famous creepypastas of all time, Sonic.exe. Sonic.exe was also the reason of why I made Renaldo. He was also the inspiration. Well, mainly his personality, well, not his personality, but his abilities, his powers, basically that. So Sonic DXC was also the reason of why I made Ronaldo, and where man, I really can't talk today. But anyways, that's basically of where I got most ideas. That's oh my goodness. I am so sorry. It's just I can't talk today. But that's basically where I got most of my ideas for Ronaldo. But anyway, another inspiration of Ronaldo is, I guess, Happy Tree Friends was also involved in the inspiration of Ronaldo, but then again, it wasn't. And you might be wondering how Happy Tree Friends is involved with the inspiration of Ronaldo. Well, of course, there's one character named Flippy. He was also the inspiration of Ronaldo, I guess. But anyway, that I think that's it for all the inspiration of all the people who inspired me to make Ronaldo. So yeah, I guess that's it. And now let's get to the character development of Renaldo, the Red Comet. Oh, and history of the Red Comet. Alright, so first let's get to the history of Renaldo. Renaldo was a G3 Pacific that was built and ordered by the CNJ, also known as the Central Railroad of New Jersey. So he was built in 1930. He was one of the youngest G3 Pacifics on the railroad, as you all know. But then more of Ronaldo's G3 class Pacifics would be made. And most of you guys know what their name is, but if you don't, I'll just say their names. Lucas, Brandon J, Cindy, Beldina, and Ronaldo's oldest sibling, Nelson. And finally, Rick, the G3 Pacific that you guys hate so much. And I can understand why you hate Rick. He's he's pretty much of a jerk when it comes to teasing people. Like, he is an absolute jerk to others. And then we got Ronaldo's oldest sibling, which is Colin, the 811. Now, if you watched episode 3 of American Rails, then you would understand the whole thing, the whole story of Renaldo, the Red Comet. But if you didn't watch episode 3, go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. But anyways, throughout the years, everything was just going normal for Renaldo and his brothers and sisters. However, Colin would have trouble on the CNJ. And why did he have problems? Well, let's just say that his tender was well rushed. While he was in the works being built, his tender was really, really well rushed. The crewmen didn't took their time of adding some adjustments to his tender. So his tender would bounce off the tracks just like that. And of course, Rick, one of the most meanest siblings out of all the G3s, had to tease Colin because of his breakdowns and and his poorly made tender. Rick would literally just make fun of Colin because the fact that he's older than Rick. And he wouldn't just tease Colin, he would also tease Renaldo because Renaldo is the youngest. So Rick didn't give a crap. He just likes to mess with his brothers and sisters. Eventually, Colin would get. He had enough. Colin just had enough. So Colin decided to end it once and for all. To end his suffering. But before Colin ended his suffering, he asked the manager if he can change his name from Colin to Coulson. The manager was confused of why Colin wanted to change his name, but the manager accepted. And after Colin was renamed to Coulson, Coulson was getting ready to pull the CNJ passenger train. Now, when he pulled the CNJ passenger train, it was during the night. So it was nighttime when he pulled it. And while Colin or Coulson went to go pull the passenger train, he kept repeating his new name slowly, really slowly. And once he repeated his name Coulson many times, he just realized there's one word in his name. And that word is the word sin. Coulson later found out that would be a way to get back at Rick and scare him. And it would scare Rick. But Rick will never find out the reason of why Coulson changed his name. Or Colin, of why Colin changed his name. Colin didn't even tell Rick of why he changed his name. So, yeah. After that, when Colin pulled the New Jersey, the Blue Comet passenger train, he wanted to do something that he had never done before. Get involved into an accident on purpose. And plus, this may be dark, but Coulson was suicidal. Now, the way how Colin died was really, really graphic. He went at speeds at 80 miles per hour and didn't stop at all. He was literally going to commit suicide. He wanted to kill himself instantly, but he did not expect of what was going to happen next. He did not expect for there to be branches on the tracks. He hit those branches, but he didn't derail. However, there was one branch that did make him derail. And when he derailed, surprisingly, only 10 people on the passenger train died of injuries. However, Colin would not expect of what happened. When he crashed, he saw there was a huge boulder laying on the ground. And when he hit that boulder, the boulder hit the lower part of his body, and it hit the lower part of his jaw, which is really one of the most painful ways to get injured. And while this happened, and when he hauled to a stop, Coulson was yelling in pain It was probably one of the worst pain. It was probably one of the worst types of feelings of pain that he ever felt. He wanted the pain to stop, but he knows it wouldn't stop. Now, this really is going to get more dark because Rick saw the accident. Well, he didn't see the accident happen, he just saw the sight. He saw Carlson on the ground in pain, but Rick didn't even bother to help him. Instead, he continued on with his work. Now, this was really dark. Even I, even I know this is dark and it's just messed up. But then, Brandon J would later find Carlson on the ground, and he would call for backup. A few hours later, Colin would be sent to the works. Instead, the workmen decided to put him down, only to not see Colin suffering too much, because he knows the pain wouldn't stop. So Colin, aka Carlson, later passed away. Renaldo and his siblings were sad for the loss of Colin, but Rick wasn't. Rick was. He was just laughing, and he said, "That's what you get, you old pile of scrap." Now Renaldo would be really mad at Rick. Rick would later reply to Renaldo that he better shut up. Now, after that, Rick told Renaldo that he had to go to a workshop where he had to be repaired, but well, not repaired, but have a major revamp of his old parts. Renaldo didn't understand what Rick meant by this, but Rick told him that the manager wanted him to go to this particular workshops because Renaldo would later be surprised. Renaldo will have a big surprise of what he's gonna see at that workshops. A few hours went by. Renaldo came back. He looked a little bit down, but only because of the loss of Carlson and of his new parts, because it wasn't easy giving Renaldo new parts. But basically, Renaldo got new parts that would make him stronger and faster. Renaldo's brothers and sisters were proud and excited for Renaldo. However, Rick was jealous. He would later be jealous and make fun of Renaldo because he's different than any of his other brothers and sisters. A few weeks later, Renaldo would shunt some freight cars in the yards, and then he would return home after a long day of work. And to let you guys know, he returned in the middle of the night. So it was basically 12 a.m. in the night when he returned. When he was heading home, he stopped for a bit, only to rest for a bit. While he was resting, 1 minute later, Renaldo would see and recognize a familiar face. Well, not a familiar face, but he would recognize a familiar locomotive. Renaldo didn't know who that locomotive was, but it was basically Carlson. It was basically Carlson's ghost. Carlson wasn't the same of how he was before. He was different. Coulson would just stare at Renaldo and not say anything. And a few seconds later, Coulson would charge at Renaldo, layered to possess him. Renaldo wouldn't feel anything. He would just be confused of what just happened, because once Coulson rammed into Renaldo, he was gone. But he wasn't. Instead, Coulson was inside Renaldo. Renaldo wouldn't know this, but eventually he will. He would later find out that him and Coulson were together forever. Surprisingly, Coulson's original victim was Brandon. His original victim was Brandon J. But he decided to go for Renaldo because Renaldo is the more innocent one, and he thought that he would be a perfect asset to possess. And a few days later, Renaldo would gain a little bit of aggression. Rick would of course tease him, but the day when Rick took it too far, you guys all noticed because, well, some of you guys noticed because you've seen episode 3, Renaldo would cuss at Rick. Rick would feel threatened by Renaldo. And of course, this would make Rick mad. And Rick would later threaten Renaldo. But Renaldo did something to Rick that he would not expect. Renaldo threw Rick off a small bridge. Now Rick didn't get any serious damage. Luckily. Well, actually no, he deserved that. He was still alive, but then Renaldo went back to the yards. Then a few years later, Renaldo would gain more aggression, and he would show signs of depression. However, he wouldn't gain depression at all, for some reason. Renaldo would gain unexpected human or locomotive behavior. Even the manager didn't know what was going on with him. His brothers and sisters wanted to help him, but they did not sure of how to help him. They did not know that Coulson possessed Renaldo. Renaldo would later start pulling freight trains now, because Renaldo would no longer pull the Blue Comet passenger trains anymore, because he rather prefers he pull freight trains because he thinks they're more safer than passenger trains. The manager would get really mad about this, and he would force Renaldo to pull the passenger trains, but Renaldo would refuse. He would refuse to pull the Blue Comet passenger train. But however, one day the manager told Renaldo if he doesn't pull the Blue Comet passenger train, Renaldo would be scrapped. So Renaldo listened for once, but only to make things worse. And what I mean by worse, much, much worse. So as Renaldo pulled the Blue Comet passenger train at 8 p.m. in the night, he was going at full speeds. So he was basically going at 80 miles per hour, just like how Coulson did in his suicide attempt. But however, this accident would be much more fatal, because instead of just jumping off the tracks on a straight line, Renaldo would derail on a tight curve, and him and the rest of the passenger cars would derail as well. Ronaldo would later, like, he would basically have serious damage. And in total, 83 people died in the wreck. When the manager heard about this, he was even more mad at Renaldo because he still doesn't know what's going on. A year later, during the years of the Pennsylvania Railroad and the New York Central, Renaldo would really gain more aggression to other locomotives. Renaldo would even kill a New York Central Hudson on purpose. And of course, Renaldo would later go after the Pennsylvania Railroad's S1 duplex, otherwise known as Sierra. Sierra would see Renaldo from a distance at 9 p.m. in the night, and she would see that he was all the way in the distance looking. She would see that Renaldo was looking at her. Renaldo would later disappear, but then he would reappear, charging at Sierra. Now, Sierra would derail, but she wouldn't really severely be derailed. Instead, her front bogie, her tender, and the passenger cars would derail. No one was injured, well, actually, no one at the back of the train was injured, but people in the front were injured of the impact. Sierra was unharmed. Nothing happened to her face, but only the front of her was harmed. Sierra's friend, Bill, which is Renaldo's brother, would later be concerned and confused of why Renaldo would do this. Bill didn't even know. He wasn't sure if Renaldo actually did this. He wasn't sure if that actually was Renaldo. But anyway, as the years went on, Renaldo would gain more aggression towards other people. He would gain so much aggression that Rick would make a joke to Renaldo that he should kill his siblings, which has to be one of the worst mistakes, one of the worst jokes Rick has ever made in his entire life, because Rick would later found out that one joke would end his life. Renaldo started his genocide of his own class. He would later kill Lucas, Brandon J., Cindy, Valdina, Nelson, and all of his other siblings. However, he would later save Rick. He would later save Rick the best for last. Now, why did he save Rick the best for last? Because that way, Renaldo wanted to show Rick of what he has become. Now, during Renaldo's genocide, a few of his siblings died, while a few survived, but with major injuries, and while Rick was the last one standing. Now, if you watch episode 3, Renaldo will explain of what he has become and what he has become. But I'm just explaining this to you guys, because why else would you watch this video? Because why else would you watch this video? because, well, you guys basically came here to learn the history about Renaldo, so here you go. So, Renaldo would tell Rick that he is no longer a CNJ Blue Comet. Instead, he is known as the Red Comet, and for a reason. The reason why he's called the Red Comet, it's because that instead of a blue, Renaldo basically told Rick that he is no longer the blue sky as he was before, but now a cold-blooded red murderer. And he also chose the name Red Comet because he basically wanted people to be scared, because red also stood for hell in some way that Renaldo explained to Rick. Renaldo would of course explain to Rick that Renaldo is no longer in control, and that the Red Comet is. Now Rick was confused of what Renaldo meant by this, but then Renaldo decided to tell Rick the truth of why Renaldo has been acting like this. Renaldo has told Rick the real reason, and that real reason is Colin. Renaldo basically gave Rick a hint to Rick. So the hint was basically 811. And as you guys know, that's Colin's name. Well, his number. That's his number. And when Rick later figured out that that wasn't Renaldo at all, Rick would be really terrified of what he had heard. Rick would later found out that that wasn't Renaldo anymore, and that was his brother Coulson. But however, Coulson wouldn't tell Rick of why he changed his name, and he wouldn't even tell Rick of what his new name is. After that, Renaldo, also Coulson, would later give Rick a chance to redeem himself, and he would let him live. But it doesn't end there. As Renaldo left, as he puffed away, Rick could have had a chance to get onto a turntable and make a run for it. But that wasn't the case. Instead, Rick found out that he would later die. Renaldo would charge at Rick, pushing him off the unfinished bridge over at New Jersey. Rick would fall off the bridge, and he would land on the ground, his tender crushing his cab, his driver and fireman dead, and Renaldo would just laugh at Rick. After that, Renaldo headed back to the yards. But when he headed back to the yards, he saw the manager just standing there. And the manager wanted to talk to Renaldo about something. He wanted to talk to him about his brothers and sisters. He basically told Renaldo that since his brothers and sisters had serious injuries and that he was the last one left, that he was the only one uninjured, the manager had no choice but to scrap Renaldo because the manager was getting suspicious about Renaldo. He was starting to figure out that he was the one who's been murdering his own siblings. So the manager wanted Renaldo scrapped. Renaldo would have at least about a few days to live until he got sent away for scrap. But however, one night he made a run for it. He ran away from the CNJ, and he never returned ever again. However, Colin and Renaldo would later found out that only one of his siblings survived his genocide, and that sibling was Bill. He was the only one who survived Renaldo's genocide, and Renaldo was furious when he found that out. He was so angry that he killed an innocent diesel locomotive without any reason. One morning when the manager went to check on Renaldo, he saw that he was gone. The manager was so angry that he forcefully called the police to find him. But however, he was never found. And it has been declared that Renaldo, the Red Comet, is gone. He was never found after that night. But however, in 1967, he would return, but this time to cause terror on the southwest of America. Renaldo the Red Comet would go after all American railroads, such as Burlington Northern, Southern Pacific, Santa Fe, Amtrak, and all other American railroads that were related to the Southwest. As the years went on, Renaldo would later kill so many diesel locomotives that were innocent and so many innocent lives. Otherwise, people. Yup, Renaldo was a killing machine. He killed innocent people and he killed innocent diesel locomotives. However, as the years went on, Renaldo would gain less aggression, but more aggression at the same time. Now, why? Why was he gaining less aggression? Because Renaldo was coming back. Renaldo was trying to stop Coulson once and for all. But however, that he wouldn't stop him until 1991. Now, before 1991, Coulson would still cause terror, killing a bunch of innocent diesels. Hell, he would even chase down Lars, the Union Pacific 844, one night in Oklahoma Pass. Luckily, Lars got away, so he was unharmed. But he'll never forget the night of when Renaldo chased him down. But anyway, in 1991, Renaldo finally stopped Coulson's reign of terror. So that only means one thing. Renaldo was back in his own body, while Coulson was not using Renaldo's body anymore. Now, when Renaldo returned, he didn't know what to do at first. But a few months later, he found out he had to go to a workshop and get repaired. but not major, not in a major way, but just in a minimum way. Ronaldo would get repaired just a little bit, not too much. But as the years went on, Ronaldo still he still couldn't forget of what he has done and what he let Coulson do to other people and other innocent diesel locomotives. But in the year 2019, Renaldo decided to head all the way in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Now this was after he was repaired. So he decided to head to Cheyenne, Wyoming to see if he could stay there. Not for the night and not for the day. Fully stay there. So that means Ronaldo is going to stay there forever. But when Ronaldo arrived in Cheyenne, he was really unwelcomed. People were frightened. People were frightened of him. They were scared of him. Hell, they even called the police just in case. As for the other Union Pacific Steam team members, they hid in the workshops away from the Red Comet, also known as Renaldo. However, Lars would later come outside and see that the Red Comet is not going to kill anyone. He said it's just Renaldo, innocent little Renaldo. Now, Lars would ask questions to Renaldo if he was going to kill them, and Renaldo told Lars no because he defeated Coulson once and for all, and that he came to Cheyenne only to make a change. That way, people won't see him as how he was before. He wanted to make a change, and so did Coulson. Now you might be thinking, Coulson can't change. No one can forgive of what Coulson did. Not even Coulson can forgive of what he has done. But Coulson can make a change. He has a chance to change. He has a chance to prove himself that he is not the same of how he was in 1945. So, Coulson and Renaldo can make a change for the better. So let's hope that they can. Anyway, that's it for the history of Renaldo. Now let's get to the character development of Renaldo. Now, Renaldo has had tons of character development throughout the years. And if there's more episodes of American Rails, you guys will definitely get to see Renaldo's character developing more. So yeah, stay tuned for more episodes of American Rails because then you guys will get to see more of Renaldo and more of his character development. But anyways, that is all for this anniversary video of Renaldo. I'm impressed that he has been through a lot through these years when I first made him, and I'm glad that I made him. And I would just like to thank CavemanFilms, Pacific Productions, and Defender for helping me introduce Renaldo to the world. And I also would like to thank TrainBoy 11, Thomas the Union Pacific Challenger, and all the other railfan YouTubers that are related to Thomas and TrainBoy 11. I would like to thank all you guys for the support that you guys have given me through the years. Well, through the year, not through the years, because I just made my channel like a year ago. And also, I would really like to thank Thomas and Friends because I would have never made my channel, and I never would have made my characters Daniel and Lars if it wasn't for Thomas and Friends. So I would really like to thank Thomas and Friends for making the American Rail series possible. Anyways, that is all for this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and before I go, Renaldo has something to tell you guys. He has something special to tell you all. But anyways, that's all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hey guys, it's Renaldo here, or as you people call me, the Red Comet. Oh boy, it's been a year, hasn't it? I'm just here to tell you that, I'm just here to say that thank you all so much for all the support that you've given me and my friends and Rail Guy. Just thank you all so much for the support that you've given us through the year. And I would mainly like to thank TrainBoy 11 for making the fan videos on me. Thank you so much, TrainBoy 11. And I would also like to thank Thomas, the Union Pacific Challenger, for giving Railguy 4449 so much support. Thank you for supporting Railguy, Thomas. I really appreciate it. And Defender, thank you for starting all this. I would have never existed if it wasn't for you. I mean, Pacific Productions. If Pacific Productions existed, if he didn't exist, I would have never existed. But if you didn't exist on YouTube, then I would have never existed. So thank you, Defender, for letting Railguy 4449 create his YouTube channel from the start. Oh, and also keep up the good work. And if you ever make more videos of Donovan, I will always appreciate those videos of Donovan. I will always be there to support you. Thank you, Defender. And one final message. This is gonna get basically, don't bully your family members or any of your friends, because you can end up getting you can end up getting severe consequences. So please don't bully any of your family members or friends, because they're here to help you, not here to make your life worse. And make sure to stay with your family members always, and make sure to support and love them for all eternity. And don't join in with the wrong crowd. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Thank you all so much. I'd like to thank all of my all Rail Guys subscribers for all the support that you've given us. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.